Hello and welcome. Today we're breaking down credit cards. If this is your first one or you're just trying to figure out how to use them without getting into debt, this video is for you. Today we're going to talk about three things: what credit cards actually are, the golden rule of using them interest-free, and the number one trap and how to avoid it. The goal of this video is simple: teach you how to use credit cards and pay $0 in interest. Always. Let's get into it. What are credit cards? At its core, a credit card is a small revolving loan. A revolving loan is just a loan that you keep paying off and spending on continuously. Instead of spending your own money, like with a debit card, you're spending the bank's money up to the set limit called your credit limit. You can use this money to purchase goods and services everywhere a credit card is accepted, and even sometimes a little bit more. The crucial feature of this type of loan is called a grace period. Now, disclaimer, big warning, this loan has a dangerously high interest rate, often between 20 and 30%. And this is why the golden rule is so important. There are three common categories for credit cards. While they look different, they're really all kind of the same. There's the cashback credit card, which gives you cash back on your purchases between 1 and 4%. There's your travel/rewards credit card, and these are new points that you can redeem on flights or hotels or merchandise. And then there's low interest credit cards, and these just have slightly lower interest. But remember, our goal is still to pay $0 in interest always. And when you're looking at these credit cards, do not forget the fees. Some credit cards are free, and you get one tier of rewards, but then you can move up to the more expensive premium credit cards that have an annual fee associated to them. And this is where you're going to have to do a little bit of digging and really consider, is it worth it? Is that annual fee that I'm paying for this credit card really worth it for the bump up in rewards? The golden rule is use it like cash. This is the most important lesson you will learn today. You should use your credit card for daily or monthly expenses. You should treat it exactly like cash. If you can't afford it in cash, you shouldn't be buying it. Why? Because the loan is designed to be paid monthly. If you follow this rule, you can use it completely interest-free. You want to match your purchases to the scheduled repayment period, and this one is monthly. Let's look at your credit card statement to understand this process. Your credit card company sends you a statement every month. On the statement, there's two crucial numbers to understand. The statement balance, this is the total amount that you spent last month. And the payment due date, this is the date, usually about 21 days after the statement closes, by which you must pay the balance. If you pay the statement balance in full by the payment due date, the bank charges you $0 in interest. This is the interest-free loop, or the 21-day grace period. If you pay even $1 less than the statement balance, the bank charges you interest on the entire remaining amount. And that's 20 to 30% interest. And that really hurts. So the goal is to use the bank's money for 3 to 6 weeks and then pay it all back before they can charge you any interest on it. If you can't pay it back, you shouldn't be buying it. And we really need to consider that before we swipe. To stay on track, you must track your account regularly. The most important figure to track is the one that tells you how much money you have to spend before you go over your credit limit. This number is called your available balance, or your available credit. Then there's your credit limit. This is the absolute maximum the bank allows you to spend. Let's say that's $1,000. Current balance, this is the amount that you spent that has officially made it to your account. And you also have pending transactions. And this is money you've spent but hasn't officially made it to your account, just due to the way that the banking works on the point of sale machines and with the credit card companies. And then your available balance. And this is your credit limit minus your current balance and the pending transactions. This number updates immediately in your banking app or website. You must always ensure your available balance stays well above zero. And please remember, never treat this credit limit as money you should spend. It's just the maximum you can spend. Now for the credit card trap. When you look at your statement, you'll notice the third key number, the minimum monthly payment. This is the trap. If I have to pay the whole thing off to avoid interest, why is the minimum monthly payment only $10 or 1% of the balance? This is where the credit card turns into a devastating long-term loan instead of a interest-free convenience. The minimum payment is designed to just barely cover the interest you owe and a tiny bit of the principal. And the principal is the money that you've actually spent on the account, or last balance. Let me illustrate this for you. Imagine you owe $700. The statement says the minimum payment is only $10, which at first seems great because it's way less than $700. But if you only pay $10 every month and you don't spend any more, that debt could take 7 years or more to pay off. And those years, over that time, you'll pay hundreds of dollars in interest, effectively paying 20 to 30% extra for everything you bought. And that's all under the assumption if you stop using that card. If it gets even worse, if you continue to use that card, because then you never end up paying the balance off, and you're effectively always paying 20 to 30% more than what your past decisions actually cost. You need to look at the minimum payment number and treat it like a meaningless suggestion. You must always pay the full statement balance if you want to pay $0 in interest on your credit card. The goal of the credit card company is to get you into this cycle where you're paying high levels of interest because you're only paying the minimum monthly payment, and that's how they make a profit. Your goal should be to break that cycle before it even starts. And if it does start, that's okay. Now we need to focus on breaking that cycle. I have, for a very long time, not paid interest on credit cards. There was a time where I did buy a little bit more than I had the money for, or I spent money from both my credit card and my checking account, and now I wasn't able to pay the full balance of the credit card off. That's okay. At that point, I made it my goal to fully pay off that credit card to stop paying the interest. I saw that interest hit, 20, 30, 50 bucks, whatever it was, and it hurt. I realized I was paying for last month's mistakes or last month's night out or drinks or Xbox purchase, whatever it could be. So I made it my goal to pay that off. And I think that's the same for you. If you've gotten to that point where you can't pay that credit card off in full every month, just consider this is paying for the last month's spending, and it doesn't feel as good. So let's focus on fully paying that credit card balance off and not being in credit card debt. And on top of that, not paying any money to the credit card companies in interest. To recap, let's look at those few items for credit card success. A credit card is a short-term loan, and you need to use it like cash. Rule number 1, pay your statement balance in full on time every time. If you do this, you'll never pay any interest. Try to not fall into that minimum monthly payment trap. Treat that number like a warning and a suggestion, not as what you should be paying. A credit card can be an incredibly useful financial tool. It helps you build good credit, earn rewards, but you must respect that 20 to 30% interest rate. Stick to those golden rules and you'll be successful. If you want to watch some more content like this, like and subscribe down below, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.